Well, I think magic in Southeast Asia has really grown in the last few years. It's really, really great. I mean, we had a chance to interact with Indonesian magicians, Malaysian magicians. I think there's been a great growth of, magicians. Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines as well. A lot of new magicians. I think there's a whole new generation of magicians. I'm sure it's of course because of the internet, YouTube popular magicians like Cyril, Liu Qian, Chris Angel, maybe this Magic Babe Ning person as well. But I think it's really good. What they have to be careful, of course, is not to look the same. I think that really a lot of good magicians, a lot of good thinkers, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, simply because we have interactive people like that. The thing is, they have to try to make the magic more universal. I think that's the thing, because the world is very small, so you have to appeal both, not just to Southeast Asia or your own country, but Asia in general, and hopefully even international audiences. Well, this is our 8th mega illusion, or mega stunt as we like to call it. People have known us for, teleportations, I think. 50 stories in 5 seconds.
3 people across the Singapore River in 2.5 seconds.
We have teleported cars as well. So, people kind of know us for teleportations. In fact, our latest stunt that was in January this year, we deliberately wanted to do something different, which is why we did our 4D prediction.
That's right. So we successfully predicted the lottery results, and we actually gave money away, $10,000 to the Children's Cancer Foundation.
Yeah, Darren Brown did it, I think previously, that was the year before. He did his version. We wanted to do again our version.
We had a ticket.
We had the ticket. I think that's the greatest thing. A lot of people, of course, seal it in a box, which is what we did. But our whole slant was to have an actual ticket prior to the revelation, or prior to the 4D results being announced. So that got us, I guess, a lot of press, a lot of buzz. So when we were coming for this 8th mega illusion, we wanted to kind of go back to our roots. We didn't want to do another 4D prediction or lottery prediction. So we said, hey, how can we go back to the whole teleportation kind of visual grand illusion, but not do a teleportation, because it felt old as well. We'd already done so many.
So we thought we'll do it up in the air.
Yeah, so I think that was the main thing. What can we do? We've done so much already. So we really listened to what people talked about. When we did our teleportations, people are saying, we had tunnels, secret tunnels, we had trapdoors, and,
Even though it's like under the river.
Yeah, and for our car teleportation, they said hydraulic lifts in the ground, So we thought, okay, from the layman perspective, why not do it in the air? Now, when it's elevated, there's no possible way anyone could disappear, right? So we thought we'd do that. The other thing was to make 5 people, laymen, untrained people, not magicians or not ourselves. You see, a lot of time, a lot of the stunts that people do, especially people like Chris Angel, they've done a great job in doing very magician-centric stunts. He's the cool illusionist who does these escapes and dangerous things.
Yeah, another thing is this is performed live, so there's no like auditorium seating, perfect lights and everything. It's really out there on the ground, on the street, and it's street magic on steroids.
Yeah. So we decided to move the focus from the illusionists to the people. If you think about it, now it's all about Facebook, it's about YouTube, it's about Twitter, user-generated content. So we thought, okay, why not take people off the street to do it? And that's what made our Singapore River teleportation, quite a success, because we used 3 shoppers from the mall at that time.
And we had 16,000 people for the
car teleportation, once again, even though that's irrelevant.
Oh, okay.
Ning are really excited to come up to Penang. Actually, this is the very first time we are doing such an intensive one day, we won't call it a lecture, but really it's a workshop experience. We've done what we call magic days here in Singapore, but nothing like what we're going to do in Penang. So this is the first time in the world we're going to do something like that. I'm going to share my professional formal close-up show. This is a really unique show because, and a different kind of lecture, because I'm going to do all the shows all at once first, and then show the breakdown of the show. And the show is a continuous half-an-hour show. It's some of my favorite stuff that I've developed for the past 18 years. After that, well, you're going to be very lucky, in for a treat, because Ning and myself will be performing a sneak preview of part of our Illusions of the Mind show. Now, this is a brand new show. You might call it a mentalism show. It's not. But maybe it is, in a sense, the show that we're going to present in Penang, because we aren't bringing all our big stuff down. We're giving them kind of a sneak peek, some underground material as well. After Illusions of the Mind, we'll also be doing what we call kind of a Illusions 101, as well as, you know, Ask Us Anything kind of deal.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that because I had a lot of friends from Penang on Facebook saying that they have so many questions that they want to ask specifically that they don't really know where to start. So I guess this is going to be even more intense than this little interview that you see right now because it's going to be up close and personal.
That's right. Shout out to Barry Koo. Thank you for having us. We are going to have lots of fun time, you know, and we think it's going to be a big blast in Penang. Well, I think to put it, you know, succinctly, I think the best advice I can give is make sure your magic fundamentals are good. Technique is a given as a magician. Okay, so work on your technique. Get a basic foundation in your magic. Once you've done that, work on a good act or show. Remember, there's a difference between act and a show. An act is usually a short, like 8-10 minute act. A show is generally longer, maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Both are completely different. In the real world, shows tend to get more work than acts because acts are very specialty, especially in this part of the world, I think. So work on a show and develop a solid, 20-minute or 30-minute show. And just keep improving, never stop learning, rehearse, practice, videotape yourself, and try to be different.
Oh, that's right. You must videotape and watch yourself because the thing is, you can rehearse, practice, and perform. But if you do it badly and you keep repeating your mistakes, it's just not going to look good on you and on magic, if you know what I mean.
Alright, a big thank you to Red Dot Magic for having us for this interview. We hope you've learned, a bit in this short time.
Do join us on Facebook if you haven't already. Just go on to facebook.com/jcsum.magicbabening.
Lots of exclusive prizes and contests as well as all our latest updates. So we'll see you there.